Well, the Middleton Players Theater opened their season with the classic Jesus Christ Superstar, and here to tell us a little bit more about the show, we have the director, Matt Strika-Jolove. Good morning.
Good morning, Amy. How are you?
I'm just great, Matt. Now tell us, for some people, the show came out in the 70s. It's a classic, but for maybe some who aren't familiar with the synopsis, can you give us a little bit?
Sure. Well, it did come out in the 1970s, and the whole idea was to kind of examine this idea of somebody's rise to fame, to the level of superstar. And so what they really did was they took this idea of the story of Jesus Christ and the last 3 days of his life and told it through the lens of a rock and roll show, to really kind of emphasize how from the beginning of time to the most of modern times, this idea or this story has just continued through the ages. And I think that's what really makes it a timeless story.
And it's very relevant today. We're seeing the rise of superstars through social media and everything else.
Absolutely, and I think that's why we really kind of keyed in on it, that we could really see how, you know, when you see people like Lady Gaga or the Kardashians, if that's who you like, or something like that. It's all this idea of how these people can rise to fame and why they rise to fame and how quickly they can fall.
So what are some of the songs that people might be familiar with?
Some of the most common and famous songs from the show are things like I Don't Know How to Love Him, or What's the Buzz, or even the most popular of Gethsemane.
And also Jesus Christ, is it called
absolutely
Jesus Christ
is.
Superstar?
There is a song in it called Superstar, so yes, Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Yep.
I had it at my piano lesson. I remember that. Now you have a couple of professionals that have come in to work with you on this too.
We do. We brought a couple people in from New York to play the roles of Judas and Jesus. So Chaz Ingram, who's been part of our shows before in the past, he'll be playing Judas, and a wonderful actor by the name of Landon Jones will be playing Jesus.
So tell us a little bit more about your upcoming season. This is just the beginning.
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Full summer season.
Yeah. So after Jesus Christ Superstar at the end of June, we'll be opening Stephen Sondheim's Sunday in the Park with George, which is kind of a fictional story based on George Seurat's painting Sunday Afternoon on the Isle of La Grande Jatte. And that's just a beautiful songscape of probably some of Stephen Sondheim's most beautiful music. And then we'll be closing out our season with the family favorite, Seussical the Musical, which is a musical that kind of combines many stories from the Dr. Seuss catalog into one cohesive show. And it's written by the same people who wrote Ragtime. So it's a really fun and big score. So it's great for the
favorite characters in it too.
Oh, absolutely.
So for Jesus Christ Superstar, what audience, what's the age that you're thinking would be best?
It really is for all ages. We always say that no matter what we do, parental discretion is advised, but there's nothing really that happens in this that's going to be terrible for any age. My daughter's 6 years old, and she'll be coming to see the show. So.
All right. So a wonderful timeless classic coming up. It will all be at the Middleton Performing Arts Center, and it will be occurring next Friday.
Next Saturday
and Sunday.
Correct.
There we go.
2 shows only.
And so you've got to get your tickets, and you certainly can get them right at the Performing Arts Center. And
or online at middletonplayers.com.
And we have a link to that on our web channel. So break a leg with the show. Do you say that to the director?
Absolutely.
Is that appropriate?
That's totally appropriate.
Well, there you go, Matt. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us, Amy.
We'll be right back with the Weather Authority forecast after this.